Now, last summer window, I said I was ready to be hurt again. After rejection, I said I'd had enough. Well, guess what, guys? I'm ready to be hurt again. I'm ready to be hurt again. Florian Wirtz to Liverpool. It's now a possibility. We're now in the conversation. Now, people are going to say, Monster, don't jump the gun. You know, I'm tired of seeing you hurt. Well, listen, I'm ready to be hurt. I'm ready to be hurt. Yeah, I'm ready to be hurt. All right, Ornstein bomber. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into it. Make sure you lot subscribe to the channel. We're 68 subscribers away from 17K. I'm going to let it run across the bottom just for you guys to be reminded. You know what I'm saying? And obviously smash the like button as well. Let's get to about 300 likes or so. That's what I'm saying. Let's hit that thumbs up button. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody, man. Shout out the BSB community. But let's get into it, man. Florian Wirtz. Liverpool have made contact with Florian Wirtz's camp, exploring a move. Obviously, let's go and let's not waste no time and let's get the tweet out. I know it's a day later, but I had to let this one had to sink in. This one had to sink in, honestly. You can see it here. David Ornstein, Liverpool made contact with Florian Wirtz camp to express interest in signing the playmaker if he leaves Bayer Leverkusen and is keen on moving to England. Liverpool's admiration is long-standing, but unclear whether the 22-year-old's plans to exit Bayer Leverkusen or Germany. So listen, you see it there? You see it there. You know what I'm saying? It's a possibility. That is tier 1 stuff right there. That is tier 1 stuff. And the thing is, yeah, let's just talk about the move for a second. Now, I'm going to keep it about. This is more of a expressing interest. You know, we're expressing interest. But, you know, Ornstein Bombers haven't really gone our way of recent. You know what I'm saying? The Caicedo Ornstein Bomber, where Liverpool had agreed 110 million fee or whatever it was to for Brighton with Brighton. You know, that didn't happen, of course. Lavia, there was multiple Ornstein Bombers for Lavia. You know, I understand that one as well. But listen, the Ornstein bomb for Szoboszlai, the first Ornstein bomb was just Liverpool expressing interest if the player decided to leave Germany. So let's not act like it's impossible or improbable. You know, this is a player who is supremely talented, creative, amazing dribbler, very, very intelligent on the ball. Not as physical as people would like him to be. There's question marks whether he could hack the physicality of the Premier League. But for me, when your intelligence is as high as his, I don't think the physicality is going to matter too much. And it's not to say that he can't get on and off the ball like Florian Wirtz. Just because these players are supremely good with the ball at their feet and they're able to manipulate the ball in a way that not many other players on the planet can do, that doesn't mean they have no weight to what they do in terms of off the ball, their tenacity to fly into challenges. Players like Pedri, everyone knows Pedri for his elegance on the ball, his passing, his game intelligence, you know, his ability to just be everywhere at once and always be available for a pass on the ball. It's similar to, you know, we've seen the likes of Busquets do, but he puts in a tackle. He gets stuck in, you know. It's just that because he's so good at these things on the ball, no one talks about what he's good at off the ball. And I think that's a similar thing with Wirtz. Wirtz isn't that bad off the ball. It's not like he walks around and just decides to do things when the ball gets to him. He's a center attacking mid, so he has midfielder duties that he has to fulfill as well. And I'm pretty sure that if he was to play for Liverpool, for me, he'd have to throw in a lot of that sort of tenacity off the ball, kind of like how Szoboszlai does, but you know, with the creativity. So listen, I'm going to show you guys like a predicted, a possible Liverpool 11 for next season. Should we get a few of the targets that we've been looking at, and I want to kind of I'm going to break down what Florian Wirtz could do for Liverpool Football Club. So as you guys can see it here, I'm going to zoom it in a little bit more just to make it a little bit clearer for you guys. But you can see the 11. Yeah, you can see the 11 here. Yeah, and obviously, I've included Kirkes there because Robbo is washed. So let's hope we go and get Kirkes. Frimpong is on the verge of being done as well. But look, if this was to ever happen, yeah, and you had Florian Wirtz right here in between Salah, Gakpo, and as I said, Diaz in the false nine for now, by the way. So just bear with me. Just walk with me. Guys, walk with me for a second. Walk with me. Now, with no Trent Alexander-Arnold in the team, a lot of our creativity has left Liverpool Football Club. We need someone else. That creativity needs to be replaced. You cannot take away that much creativity from a team and not replace it if you want to retain this Premier League or go for the big trophies and dominate, or even just have a great season overall next year. So if you're gonna let something go, you have to replace what they bring in abundance. Now, for me, Frimpong is not the player to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold's creativity. However, what he will do is bring a goal threat in a different way, pretty much as almost like a winger / wing back. So what that does is that pushes Mo Salah centrally, and Frimpong can actually marshal this right side, overlap Salah, giving him the impetus to get a lot closer to goal, and he almost plays here. Gravenberch kind of comes across. McAllister can also sit as well, or these two can switch. It doesn't necessarily matter. And obviously, Konate comes across and fills in here with Virgil. But that aside, what Florian Wirtz will do, he is now the source of creativity. What you lose from Trent, you gain with Wirtz. You have to replace that creativity. Now, he's able to find Salah a lot easier. The striker, he can chip in with goals. He can venture forward. He can find Cody Gakpo. If Cody Gakpo holds his width, has that backstick cross all the way to Salah, these are the attacking patterns that you'll see with Liverpool's 4-2-3-1. We can go back to creating from the 10 position as opposed to the right back position. And just because Frimpong isn't Trent, that doesn't mean Frimpong doesn't carry a threat towards goal. His threat more comes as a winger in the final third. As I said, allowing Salah to find this kind of middle 10 / right forward spot, kind of like as a striker as well. And if Diaz is playing the false nine, he kind of falls to the right, to the left of us as well. And it gives Wirtz this kind of time to drop deep, link up with Grav on the half turn. He can play almost as a second striker. He can drift out to the left because he's done that role as well, whether that's internationally as well. He plays as a second 10 with Musiala. He's able to kind of operate in all these positions and be that creative spark. And if Wirtz is crowded out of the game, it gives more space to guess who? Mo Salah. More space to guess who? Frimpong, to overlap Salah, giving the space, and the rest of the boys kind of fill in, shift over as a team, and it works a lot more. So for people saying, how is it going to work? All this is Liverpool looking for a 10 to replace Trent's creativity and getting an actual right back who is, prone to, operating the whole left side or right side, whether that be Kirkes, Frimpong, or whoever we decide to get as our wing-back replacements. This is going to compensate for, the lack of creativity and maybe Trent's lack of defensive now. So I'm not going to act like Frimpong is the most defensively, he's not the most defensive wing back in the world. And for me, he's not great defensively. We'll have to see if he looks better in the Liverpool system, but him kind of playing more as like a wing back for Liverpool, it's gonna help Salah. It really is gonna help Salah. And Florian Wirtz is another player that we're gonna, again, for me, if you look at the way he scores his goals and the way he plays in a double 10, even though it's a back three, he has the freedom to get on the ball and make things happen. And that is what that's my version of a 10. Guys, that's my version of a 10. And so help me, if you let us get Florian Wirtz, I swear to, hey, listen, if you let us get Florian Wirtz, blood, yeah? Mark my words, we're here to stay, fam. We might just be here to stay. I'm saying you right now, we mean business. When's the last time Liverpool signed a young superstar on the come up? That's ready. That's ready to go. On the cusp of world class, ready to go, top prospect. We haven't done it in a while, and I feel like that's a player we need, and that is signs that FSG are trying to make things happen at an accomplished level. Because what Liverpool have failed to do on 3 different occasions is to strengthen. Sorry, on 2 different occasions is to strengthen while we're at the top, to strengthen and to go forward as if we are ready to dominate. And this is what I feel like Liverpool are. This is the direction we want as fans for the board to go towards, because when you win the Premier League, it doesn't stop there. There's always next year, and you have to maintain and sustain, and that's something Liverpool haven't done since the 80s. We've won our odd major. Yes, we won 3 majors in the 3 of the big 2 in the last 6 years, and I feel like a signing up Florian Wirtz would be absolutely insane. I was shaking. When the news dropped, I was shaking. I was actually shaking. So honestly, this is a signing where if this was to happen, I can't wait. Listen, we'll have to see. It's very heavily dependent as to whether he'd want to leave Germany. You know, he's German. You know, he's one of the top players that Bayern Munich are probably going to want. I know Leverkusen. The one thing that helps us is that Leverkusen really don't want to sell to Bayern Munich. You know, we've all seen what's happened with Dortmund over the years when they won back-to-back titles. They went and took Hummels, Götze, and Lewandowski. And I feel like Leverkusen are looking at that situation after losing their manager, probably going to lose Frimpong, to go and lose Florian Wirtz to their title contending rivals. I don't think that's something they're going to want to do. Hence why they're probably looking to charge Bayern Munich a premium price as opposed to a Man City or a Liverpool who are heavily looking at Wirtz. So it all depends if the player wants to stay in Germany or whether he decides to come to England. But the fact is, we will be there. And being in the conversation is better than not being in the conversation. So listen, you guys, let me know what you think, how you think that Florian Wirtz would transform Liverpool's attacking prowess and attacking now, especially if we go and get a number 9, how much that would help as well, man. Let us know in the comments what you think of the signing, if it's going to happen. Could it happen? Is it a smoke screen? You know, could Frimpong be putting in a little phone call? Who knows, innit? Listen, it's another episode of Big Six Banter. If you made it this far, make sure you smash the like button. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go get to 17K. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Florian Wirtz to Liverpool. Could it happen? I hope so. We'll see. Take care. We'll see you guys in the next one.